Okay, I've got two more questions on AI, if you've got the time, and then just a little bit on China and Tesla, if that's okay. The first thing is, we talk a lot in terms of AI about the next 5 to 10 years and what the impact is going to be on jobs and some of these things. If you look out on a much longer time frame, given the speed and scale of the change, and you look to your grandkids and great-grandkids, can you just give us a sense of what it's going to be like to be human? How much is this going to change the fundamental nature of how we operate as a race at this point?
I think it's going to change a lot. Especially if you go further out into the future. I mean, there will be, everything will be automatic. I mean, there'll be household robots that you can fully talk to as though they're people that can help you around the house or be a companion or whatever the case may be. There will be humanoid robots throughout, factories. And cars will also be all automatic. And anything where intelligence can be applied, even modest intelligence, will be automated. Certainly if you say like 10, 20 years from now.
And will we be connected to that technology through a Neuralink type device?
Maybe.
I mean, is that where this, in your view, obviously, is that where this heads?
Well, a high bandwidth interface from the cortex to so your sort of computing or AI tertiary layer, which already exists. It's just that we don't have a high bandwidth connection. We've got our limbic system, which is our sort of foundational element. That's sort of our instincts and desires and whatnot. Then our cortex on top of that, which is our thinking part of our brain. And then we've got a tertiary digital layer, which is currently in the form of our phones and computers and laptops and whatnot, and all the applications. And the constraint on better, a better merging or the constraint on having human interests and machine interests be aligned is the bandwidth, especially the output. So if you say, like, at what speed can you output to a computer? It's using voice or your fingers, which move very slowly. So you're talking about maybe 10 bits per second or some fairly small data rate. So with the Neuralink, you can increase that by a million, probably.
So everything just speeds up.
Speeds up, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is obviously in a relatively benign scenario, because there's a question of not just, let's say it's a benign scenario. How do we even appreciate or understand what the computer's doing?
Right.
How do we go along for the ride? And if we have a brain-machine interface that's, I don't know, 1 million times faster, then we're more like we'll go along for the ride a lot better.
Right.
Than if we're interfacing with a phone using 2 slow-moving meat sticks.
If you put it like that.